How's it going, everybody? What's good, Digest family? It's your boy Marcel, and it's been a while since we've gone live. How y'all doing? How's y'all summer going? Hopefully everyone's doing well. But talk to me, people. Talk to me. We got an off-season live stream. Awesome, dude. You're absolutely right. Where we're gonna go over the free agency, the trades, the acquisitions. Take a look at the roster. I was thinking, every stream that we've done, that's not a watch long. We always do some form of tier list. I think we should do a tier list for. I don't know. Maybe we don't do a tier list, but I do want to go over our roster, our lineups, where the Dallas Mavericks looks compared to the rest of the league, especially the rest of the West. The West is fairly stacked, so I think we can do a tier list for the West and see how we compare with the rest of the West and on all of the teams. We're going to go over a couple of the stuff, just have a conversation about the Mavericks. If y'all want to ask some questions, if y'all got some topics you want to talk about, we can talk about them. And then we're going to do a giveaway. Like I said, we're going to do a giveaway on every single month on this channel. The only way to enter that giveaway is to become a channel member, and it's never too late until I hit that spin the wheel. And this time, I have the wheel set up. The wheel is ready to go. So we will do the giveaway. 2 lucky channel members will receive some Dallas merch. I'm probably going to do some finals merch, some stuff like that. But yeah, how's everybody doing, man? Talk to me, people. We got like 40 people in the chat, which is great. 50 people, man. How y'all doing? Talk to me. Talk to me. But anyway, let's get into it, right? So free agency's been pretty crazy. The Dallas Mavericks have made some moves. We got Klay Thompson, right? We got Klay Thompson. We got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr., which I think is a big plus. I think that alone should increase our odds of winning the championship. We got Najee Marshall. We also got Quentin Grimes. We're going to talk about our free agency pickups. We're going to start with Klay Thompson, right? Because I've been seeing the comment section. I've been seeing it on Twitter. A lot of Mavericks fans aren't really sold on Klay Thompson, and it's like the same rhetoric over and over and over again. He's injury prone. He's past his prime. His defense is trash. The Dallas Mavericks defense has fallen apart, all because we lost Derrick Jones Jr. And I feel like that's not a real genuine statement. I don't think that's a high IQ statement to say that because we no longer have Derrick Jones Jr. that we're just done, that we're cooked, right? I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of following what the haters are saying, right? People that aren't Mavericks fans are going to say that we're cooked. Non-Mavericks fans are going to say, oh, the Mavericks have no defense now. What are actual Mavericks fans saying? What are people that are like feeling that the Mavericks can actually win the whole thing? What are they saying? I feel like that's where you're going to find the realm of reality. People that support the Mavericks. Of course, people like me, there's a little bit of a delusion with my fandom because I feel like the Dallas Mavericks can win the next 3 chips. But we got to be honest with ourselves. So I'm gonna throw this up real quick. We're going to take a look at Klay Thompson. Give me a second here. We're take a look at the stats because we have a conversation we need to have. Hold on a second. I gotta see. Look, I thought this was already fixed. Take a look at the stats real quick. Let's throw that up here. I see y'all getting active in the chat. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But yeah, so Klay Thompson stats right here. I'm gonna try to keep it kind of off to the side. Here we go. So for the season, he averaged 17, 3, and 2. Cool. If you're worried about Klay Thompson not being a big factor on our offense, you're crazy because Tim Hardaway Jr. as our 3rd highest scorer last year only averaged 14 points on horrible efficiency. So Klay Thompson is an upgrade, right? Let's look down here. So we want to talk about injury prone. Hopefully this is big enough for you guys to see. Hold on, let me alter this. There we go. That's better. There we go. Okay, so injury prone. Let's talk about him being injury prone, right? He had 2 injuries. He had an injury, in the finals of 2018-2019, playing the Toronto Raptors. Klay Thompson gets hurt, mess up his knee, missed the next season. The following season, I want to say during the offseason in between, he got hurt again, messing up his Achilles. Oh no. 2 major injuries. Prior to those injuries, his rookie season was the only season where he didn't play 70 or more games. Okay, Klay Thompson has played all 82 games his sophomore year. His 3rd year, he only missed 1 game. Klay Thompson is a pretty durable person. Now, injuries do happen, especially when it comes to your MCL, your ACL, your Achilles, all that stuff. It's hard to bounce back. But how did he bounce back? Okay, he did not start in the next season, right? So 2021, 2022, he did not start that season. He came back, I want to say like in the middle or towards the end, started and played every game, averaged 29 minutes a game. Coming off of those 2 injuries, was averaging 20 points a game. Good efficiency, 90% from the free throw line. Shooting 38% from 3 on 9 attempts a game. Like, come on, 42% from the floor. That's good. The following year, 69 games. The efficiency actually improves to 41% from 3, 43% from the floor. He's 87% from the free throw line, averaging 21 points a game. And then last year. So let's talk about last year, right? Because I think that's what everybody wants to like pull up as far as like, oh, Klay Thompson's losing it, whatever. Let's take a look at last season. Played 77 games. He started 63. So about 14 games he was coming off the bench, where you could argue that he actually had pretty decent numbers off the bench. I could pull up here in a minute. But Klay Thompson was going through something, right? When you are an athlete, your emotions tie heavily into your game, right? If you're upset with the team, if you're not mentally in it, if you feel like any off-court situation is affecting you, it's going to affect the way you play. Now, Klay Thompson didn't have a bad season, but if we want to hold him to his own standards, it was his lowest season, one of his lower seasons, averaging 17 points per game. What was that? 2.3 assists and 3.3 rebounds, while simultaneously shooting 92% from the free throw line. Although Klay Thompson does not get to the free throw line often, he averaged about 1.8 free throw attempts a game. Good, hit them all. If you're only going to go to the line twice, hit both. But he also shot 38% from 3 on 9 attempts. 38% from 3 on 9 attempts is pretty darn good. If you're going to give me 3 or 4 threes a game, I'll take it. While also shooting 43% from the floor. Okay, so people want to say Klay Thompson's washed. People want to say Klay Thompson isn't the same Klay Thompson. Or did he feel disrespected from the team that he gave his all for, that he went out and got injured while trying to win for, and he felt slighted by that team and was mentally checked out? He didn't want to be here anymore, right? I don't know how far, because, I mean, we'll never really know, but I don't know how far Klay Thompson's distaste for the Golden State Warriors runs deep. I don't know if it was this season or the season before. But I got a little theory that I want to run by you guys, right? Just rock with me. Imagine this. You are considered one of the greatest three-point shooters the league has ever seen. Your teammate is arguably number 1, and you are number 2. You win multiple championships for this team. You end up getting injured, you rehab, and you come back and you fight harder for this team. And then you see over the summer, one of your teammates knocks out one of your teammates. The teammate that gets knocked out gets traded to another team. That same player who knocked out his teammate, who then got traded, that player is suspended for multiple games. Not his, and it wouldn't be his only suspension that season, but is then rewarded with a 3-year, $100 million contract. And you're asking for something in that same realm because you still produce at a decent clip. You are still a contributing factor to your team. And they say no. Now, I understand at the beginning of the season they did offer him a deal, but he declined it, which he has every right to, because he feels like he deserves more. But towards the end of the season, your team doesn't really want to give you any kind of contract. And then if they were to bring you back, the reports are saying, because we can only go off of what we know or what we hear, that he was going to come off the bench for Brandon Podziemski, your sophomore player. You're going to have Klay Thompson come off the bench. Now, I'm not saying Klay Thompson is above that, because maybe there'll be moments where he comes off the bench for us. I don't know. I don't know what Jason Kidd's going to do. We all know that Jason Kidd just kind of does whatever he wants, right? But for all that to happen, you are going to be a Hall of Famer, no doubt. You have 4 championships. You are one of the contributing factors, one of the big factors why your team ever has success. And then you watch your teammate, who always gets suspended, who's always getting in trouble, knocks out a teammate and gets a 3-year, $100 million contract. Yeah, I'd be upset too. I'd be mentally checked out. The disrespect? There is no Splash Brothers without Klay Thompson, just like there's no Splash Brothers without Steph Curry. Yeah, it's wild to me. But there were other reports that also said that Klay Thompson went to Steph and said, "I don't want you to convince them. Don't use your influence. Don't strong arm them into bringing me back. If they want me back, they'll have me back. And if they want me back, they'll pay me." And they didn't. And he's now a Dallas Maverick. So Klay Thompson is, in every sense of the word, and for all intents and purposes, is a good pickup for the Dallas Mavericks. If you're a Mavericks fan and you don't believe Klay Thompson is a good pickup, you just don't know basketball. And I hate saying that about people, but that's the honest truth. Klay Thompson is a Hall of Famer. He's a 4-time NBA champion, 5-time All-Star. He made all defense in 2018, 2019. That was the year, and that was the year that he ended up getting hurt, right? So come on, we need 3-point shooting. We saw in the playoffs where the Mavericks couldn't shoot the ball from 3 at all. Where in the finals, Luka still didn't shoot the 3 ball well, but had more threes made than the rest of the team. Klay Thompson helps that. Klay Thompson also helps with spacing. They are either going to have to respect Klay Thompson's shot, or they're going to be just screwed on defense. Because if Klay Thompson gets the ball in the corner, it's lights out. The one thing that this Dallas Mavericks team loves to do with players is, oh, you're a shooter? Go in the corner and wait. Most of the players that we had do that, they just weren't effective at it. Maxi's not that great at it. Josh Green was really good at the corner three. Tim Hardaway Jr. wasn't the best at it. Reggie Bullock was relegated to sit in the corner, shoot threes. He wasn't the best at it. Klay Thompson can sit in the corner all night and drain threes. And that's just the truth of the matter, right? And if you're going to have to guard Klay Thompson to respect the three-point shot, okay, cool, there's Kyrie. Oh, you're going to switch okay, cool, there's Luka. Oh, there's Pete. You know what I'm saying? So, like, having Klay Thompson opens up our offense, not just for himself, but for the rest of the team. And that's the beauty of it. So, Klay Thompson, that's a good pickup. I'm ready for the rookie. Not the rookie year. I'm ready for the opening night, our first home game. And I need Klay Thompson to drop like 4 or 5 threes and just have every Mavericks fan on board that, yes, this is it. This is what we've been waiting. This is what we've been missing, right? But not only Klay Thompson, we also got Quentin Grimes and Najee Marshall. Now, I'm going to look up Quentin Grimes real quick. We're going to take a look at him and see what type of player he is and what he brings. I've made videos about it, but I don't think I really got into too much depth. I don't want to bore you guys with a bunch of stat talk and nerd lingo in my videos, right? I'll say that for the live streams. But Quentin Grimes is a developing player. Been in the league for about 3-4 years now. Yeah, I want to say this is about his 5th season. Played with the Knicks, got traded to Detroit. It is what it is. In New York, if you're not like a high contributing player, like I feel like in New York, your stats dictate your minutes. If your stats aren't that good, you're not really going on the floor. Where we saw that with not even just Dennis Smith Jr., but also Kevin Knox. Right? Regardless of how you feel about those two players, they got abandoned in New York. Even Evan Fournier got abandoned in New York towards the end of his time there, where it's like, you're just not getting minutes. And that's what they do. But Quentin Grimes is going to provide great defense for us. He's a good wing defender. He's very, very active on defense. But he averaged about 0.7 steals for his career. He 1.5 assists, 2.5 rebounds, 0.3 blocks, averaging about 8.5 points a game, shooting about 37% from 3 on 5 attempts is pretty good. 37% on 5 for a career, I like that. Now, if you look at his Detroit stats, not that great. He only played six games after he got traded. Let's not look at that. But if we look at his stats in New York, they're pretty good. Let's see if I can pull it up. Good Lord. All right, so New York stats, pretty darn good. If we just look right here on this little highlighted part, 8.6 points per game. In New York, he shot 76% from the free throw line, 37% from 3 on 5 attempts, while shooting 43% from the floor. He's going to provide a good level of 3 and D for the Dallas Mavericks that we're definitely missing. And I feel like if we talk about who we got to replace who, right? We got Klay Thompson as an upgrade from Tim Hardaway Jr. That's a fact. That's just a pure fact. That's a snap-a-cap fact, right? Quentin Grimes, in my opinion, is the replacement for Josh Green. I think Josh Green provided great hustle. He provided good effort. You know, he was really good at just placing himself where he needed to be for a rebound, for a cut, for a dunk, a layup. He was really good with that. His basketball IQ was somewhat lacking. I love Josh Green, Josh Hustleman Green. I love him. I really wish he's still a Maverick, but it is what it is. We can't get too attached to our role players. But Josh Green on defense was sometimes a liability. Just those careless fouls that just never really amounted to anything. Like why'd you do that? Like, that wasn't the right move. And let's not forget how Josh Green cannot navigate around a pick and roll. If the offense is setting up a pick and roll and Josh Green is running around the screen, he gets stuck every time. I don't get it. But Quentin Grimes, I think, fixes all those problems. He's a better guard for the pick and roll. He's 6'5". He's a shooting guard, and he's still developing. That's the beauty of it. He's still developing. He can still get better. And coming off the bench, he's definitely going to be a spark plug alongside that demon we got sitting there waiting in Najee Marshall. Let's take a look at Najee Marshall. If y'all haven't looked up Najee Marshall's highlights, go and do that. Go and look up Najee Marshall's highlights, because that man is tenacious on defense, just like Quentin Grimes. He doesn't give up. But I think of Najee Marshall very close to PJ Washington when it comes to defense, right? PJ Washington is a very active defender, stays in front of his man. He uses his body a lot on defense, which is good. Sometimes it does lead to fouls. We saw it only a few times with PJ, but he is a dog. He doesn't back down. You cannot punk PJ Washington. And the beauty of it is Najee Marshall is very much the similar player. You cannot punk Najee Marshall. There was a game where Najee Marshall literally just chokes Jimmy Butler. Najee Marshall ain't going back down to nobody. And the fact that he has active hands on defense, just like Quentin Grimes, gets the steals, gets the little pickpockets. He played alongside GTA over there in New Orleans, who is always notorious for getting those steals. Maybe he's going to do that here. But here, let me throw up his stats real quick for Najee Marshall. He's 26 years old. He also fits our timeline, which is great. Only been in the league about 4 years. He wasn't really in the starting role that much in New Orleans, only a handful of times each year. Only once last year, 21 times the year before. But Most likely he's going to come off the bench. A lot of people wanted Najee Marshall to start and have Klay Thompson come off the bench. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's the reality of it all. But with the defense that Najee Marshall brings is going to be amazing. What I hope to see, maybe not your starting lineup, but a lineup. You have Kyrie, Luka, and Klay, your offensive threats. You have PJ Washington and Najee Marshall to guard the wings. And then you got Derrick Lively down low. Do you understand that with that lineup alone, wait, did I just name 6 players? I just named 6 players. Hold on. Kyrie, Luka, Klay, and I'll just throw in Najee and PJ. They can handle down low, right? But you have to understand that with Najee and PJ on the floor at the same time, Luka, Kyrie, and Klay don't have to guard their best players. Luka, Kyrie, and Klay arguably will never have to guard the other team's best players. That's a fact. We have defenders in PJ as a starter, but also defenders like Quentin Grimes and Najee Marshall off the bench who will gladly pick up the other team's best player. Meanwhile, Luka, Kyrie, and Klay can all take a break on defense and just guard whoever that they want. And meanwhile, you got Derrick Lively, Daniel Gafford. They'll obviously guard the bigs. But with PJ and Najee being able to pick up the other team's toughest assignment, I understand. Everybody says that Derrick Jones Jr. was our best point of attack defender, and losing him is such a horrible thing. I want to debunk that. I want to debunk that because first, I will give all credit to Derrick Jones Jr. He was a great player. We picked him up at the end of free agency last year with our 15th roster spot. It went to Derrick Jones Jr. He worked his way into the rotation off the bench. He worked his way into the starting lineup when Josh Green got hurt, and then he became a better defender. This idea that from the start of the season last year that Derrick Jones Jr. was our greatest defender is very odd to me because that was never the case. It wasn't until the end of the season, leading up into the playoffs, that Derrick Jones Jr. blossomed to a better defender. I don't know if that was him playing for a contract. I don't know if maybe the defense changed a little bit because I'd argue at the trade deadline when we got PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford, that helped open up our defense more so where everybody is playing defense, not just a few people. We've got everybody playing defense, right? So now that we don't have Derrick Jones Jr. and people are saying we don't have a point of attack defender, I say we've got about 2 or 3 now. I think PJ Washington can be a great point of attack defender. I think Quentin Grimes as well as Najee Marshall. Why? Because they're very active. Maybe not as much as PJ. Sometimes those smaller guards really blow right past him, but I think Najee Marshall and Quentin Grimes can definitely play that point of attack defender and actually go off and actually do something on defense. I think that's just the beauty of it all. We have options, and that's a good problem to have. If Jason Kidd's unsure of what our lineup's going to look like, if Jason Kidd's unsure of what our rotation's going to look like because we have so many options, that's a good thing. And I know a lot of people out there are fans of Maxi Kleber, and I know that my video about Marcus Morris being better than Maxi ruffled some feathers. I saw the comments. It doesn't bother me. But I'd argue that we don't need to play Maxi unless we absolutely have to. I think Maxi is another year older. He's dealing with injuries back-to-back, his pinky toe, his shoulder. I mean, if he is healthy to start the season, is he any better than anybody that we have right now that's currently in our rotation? Maxi is not better than our starting 5, that's for sure. Maxi's not better than Gafford. He's not better than Najee Marshall. He's not better than Quentin Grimes. So where does Maxi fit in that? I don't know. I mean, maybe out of necessity at the 4 if we need it. But it is what it is. Santos Reborn said, Quentin Grimes and Najee are both better defenders than DJJ. Stop the DJJ propaganda, please. He looked good because of Gaff and PJ. Thank you. Then there's Max saying PJ's not a good point of attack defender. And Najee are probably, yeah, that's what I'm saying. PJ can be. He can be. But I also said I think Najee and Quentin Grimes are definitely better. I'm not trying to take anything away from Derrick Jones Jr. He earned his contract. 3 years, $30 million. That's the biggest contract he's ever gotten. Arguably, if he took the 3 years, $27 million to stay, that's still his biggest contract of his career. Whatever happened. It is what it is. Wish him nothing but the best. Have fun in Los Angeles with the Clippers, right? But we are good. Whoever thinks our defense is going to get worse, you don't know ball. You don't understand what we got. Don't think that we lost these players for nothing. First of all, trading away Tim Hardaway Jr. is a huge plus. We don't have to worry about an inconsistent shooter who never plays defense. And honestly, and I'm not trying to start a whole Tim Hardaway Jr. hate train, Tim Hardaway Jr. has 0 basketball IQ. The amount of times he just shoots the ball the moment it gets in his hands is ridiculous to me. And a weird fact, but it leads into my point of him just having low basketball IQ, is that Tim Hardaway Jr. is the leading player in the Mavericks franchise history. He is number 1 for the lowest turnover rate. Tim Hardaway Jr. does not turn over the ball. Why? Because he just misses. He just shoots the ball. It's hard to turn over the ball if you don't dribble. There have been games where he does turn over the ball quite often, but for his entire time as a Maverick, he has the lowest turnover rate in franchise history because he just shoots the ball. We saw in the playoffs that one game, I think it was against the Thunder, he shoots the side of the backboard, gets it back, then just airballs it. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Somehow his dad tried to defend it, saying everybody shoots the side of the backboard. Yeah, but I don't need that from a guy who's supposed to be our third highest scorer, right? Our third scoring option should be doing that. So losing Tim Hardaway Jr. alone is a plus. If that was the only move we did, that's a plus. But we got Quentin Grimes, we got Najee Marshall, who are just going to be great lockdown defenders. We can mess around with the lineup a little bit more. Whenever Kyrie or Luka, or even both of them, go to the bench, we don't have to worry about the other team going on a run. We can literally have a very offensive stacked lineup. And then when those guys are tired, throw in a defensive stopper where, yeah, they may not score, but neither will the other team. And then when your offense is ready, bring them on back. I think that could really work. But a few players that I think we do need to talk about as far as where they're going to be in the Dallas Mavericks rotation, in the lineup, in the roster, is Dante Exum and Jaden Hardy, and I guess to an extent Maxi Kleber. Towards the end of the season, leading to free agency, I said there's two groups of players that someone will be moved. The first group of players is the old guard. You have Maxi, Dwight Powell, and Tim Hardaway. I said one of those three players will be moved. It was Tim Hardaway Jr. We still have Maxi, who will ride the bench, will be a backup player. He'll be like Dwight Powell. You're only in for emergencies, probably go in during garbage time. I still believe that Jason Kidd will experiment with the lineup a little bit, so where it's kind of just who knows who's going in there, you know what I mean? But in that first group of the old guard, yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. got traded. We still got Dwight Powell, still got Maxi Kleber. The second group of players where someone will get traded is our young guys, Jaden Hardy, Josh Green, and potentially Omax. I don't want to see Omax traded. I'll say that very clear, and I will say it every single time. I absolutely love Omax, and I'm glad that he's still on the team. I'm excited to see him play next year if he's in a rotation. I feel like with the changes that we made, I'm not sure where he'd get minutes, but I'm loving it anyway if he does. Josh Green got traded because of his contract, and he does have value. He has playoff experience. He has finals experience. He has a high motor, and a team like Charlotte, cool. Pick up, you play alongside LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Grant Williams, go right ahead. Josh Green may actually look great over in Charlotte. And the other player, Jaden Hardy. Not sure where Jaden Hardy fits in our rotation now. I really don't. Because he's a ball handler who's a little bit selfish. There's times where Jaden Hardy gets the ball and just goes to attack, which is good. I'm glad that Jaden Hardy doesn't panic. He doesn't second guess himself, that when he gets the ball, the first thing he wants to do is score. I'm all for it. And then whenever Jaden Hardy's in garbage time, you usually see him passing more. But whenever he's on the floor with Luka or Kyrie, he definitely attacks more. Maybe that's the game plan. I don't know. He's going to his third year. And if we're going to see an adjustment, if we're going to see any improvement from Jaden Hardy, he has to play more. He has to get minutes. So in the regular season, off the bench, you got Daniel Gafford because Derrick Lively is starting. It was announced. It's for sure a done deal. Derrick Lively is our starting center. And obviously, Daniel Gafford will be his backup. We have Najee Marshall. We have Quentin Grimes to back up the wings, right? They'll be replacing probably PJ and Klay Thompson. And then you got Dante off the bench, right? Dante is supposed to be our third ball handler. And then you've got, I guess, Jaden Hardy to be the shooting guard. I guess that's your starting five. I'm not starting five. I'm sorry. I guess that's your backup five off the bench. You got Dante Exum, Jaden Hardy, Najee, Quentin Grimes, and Gafford. Okay, that's fine. We're pretty deep. We're actually a pretty deep team when you really look at it. We're pretty deep. The Dallas Mavericks are in a really good situation, but then that also leaves with a couple other guys down on the end of the bench. Your Maxi Klebas, your Dwight Powells, Markieff Morris, AJ Lawson, some of those guys, Omax as well. Who knows what their minutes are going to look like? But the Dallas Mavericks are in a good spot. I think that we did very well in free agency. I'd argue we won free agency. We pulled off the very first ever 6-team trade to get Klay Thompson, right? We pulled off a crazy trade to get him. We got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. We got defense back. We got scoring back. We got upgrades, upgrades. The team's in a good spot. But how do y'all feel, man? If y'all could grade Nico Harrison and the Dallas Mavericks offseason moves so far, what would you grade it? A, B, C, D, or F? I'd say it's an A. Some people may say otherwise, but sound off in the chat. What do y'all think is a proper grade for what we've done so far? We are not done. We still have one roster spot open. Like I've said in my last few videos, we have one roster spot open. We got a couple $1 million. There's rumors of getting Marcus Morris. I saw yesterday that Landry Shamet is now available that we may go after. Cool. Malachi Flynn, who I'm like, I don't think we need guards. I think a lot of you guys share the same sentiment as myself, that we need another 4. A backup 4, a shooting 4, just need a 4, right? That's what we need. But regardless of what direction that the team wants to go, I think we're fine. I'm seeing B, A, easy A plus, B, easy A minus, A, yeah, B to A, yeah. B, it gets an A once we get a good 15th man. That's fair. And a lot of people say that last roster spot doesn't matter, but I'll bring it up again. Derrick Jones Jr. was our 15th man. We got him paid. So that last roster spot could go to someone who's, a sneaky pickup, a sleeper, someone with good potential. Let me see. A, that can be turned to A plus if Maxey gets upgraded. Marcus Morris for the vibes and Shamet for the buckets. B plus. Dallas made some of the best moves posting so far. Yeah. With limited money and trades, easy. Yeah, I think that's a good point as to why this is an A move, or the entire offseason has been an A move. We had very little draft picks to move, at least not very valuable draft picks, and we had arguably like some of the lowest value players that we can move as well, and somehow we get a Hall of Famer in Klay Thompson and 2 young great defenders that can also shoot the 3 ball, and Quentin Grimes and Najee Marshall. And we never moved a first-round pick. Just saying. A so far. Wouldn't mind a couple more moves. That's fair. Let me see. B plus, trade Powell for Hook Poirier and Maxey for, oh my gosh, I don't know these players. Sign another defensive player. Need point of attack defender like Dennis Smith Jr. I think Dennis Smith Jr. So let's go into that, right? Let's transition into that last roster spot between Dennis Smith Jr. and Spencer Dinwiddie. I think it's going to be between those two. And in my video, I talked about the strengths and weaknesses, the plus and minuses, and what benefits do you get from both players. With Dennis Smith Jr., he's younger, he fits the timeline, but in reality, he's a shorter guard. He doesn't shoot the ball very well. He can attack the basket, and he plays very good defense against smaller guards, which is something that Derrick Jones Jr. did. What Derrick Jones Jr. also did was provide a lot of athleticism that Dennis Smith Jr. can also do. I think he could catch a lob easily. And, he fits the timeline. He's good friends with Luka still, but he doesn't really have any chemistry with the rest of the players, which isn't a problem at all. But him and Luka are still good friends, but they haven't played in years. So it is what it is. And does he take Dante's spot? Like, if we do get Spencer or Dennis Smith Jr., are they taking Dante Exum's spot? I think that's something that not a lot of people have talked about, is Dante's job still his job? Is Dante still going to be that third ball handler, or is Dante getting pushed to the end of the bench with Maxey Kleber? That, I don't know. And I feel like if you bring in someone like Spencer Dinwiddie, then yes, Dante is immediately getting pushed. I said that Dante is a better short-term fix, and Dennis Smith Jr. is a good long-term fit. But with Spencer Dinwiddie, after Mavericks fans boo him to infinity, and we're just over our hatred for him for what he said, which I don't think it was that bad. I mean, he made his own decision. It is what it is. I don't think he would have got a lot of minutes with us last year, but I think he could get more minutes this year. If we get Spencer Dinwiddie, who arguably played his best basketball in recent years with the Mavericks, okay, cool. You're a third ball handler. You've played alongside Luka, and you also played alongside Kyrie. Okay, cool. And the thing is about the Dallas Mavericks, what I always find so funny, is that when it comes to some of these players, we always spin the block. I mean, we always come back around and see how you're doing and see if you want to come back, right? We did it well before Luka got here, right? But then even with Luka, I mean, we had Seth Curry like 3 times. Where if we get Spencer Dinwiddie, this is the second time. Dennis Smith Jr. the second time. We're always going back to our old teammates and bringing them back. But with Spencer Dinwiddie, you get playmaking. I still think Dinwiddie can score, create his own bucket, which is important. With Dennis Smith Jr., you don't really have a whole lot of scoring, but you have great defense and good, they both do facilitate pretty well. Dennis Smith Jr. is a good ball handler. He's not timid like Dante Exum, and I think that's the one thing that's going to separate them from Dante, is Dante second guesses himself a lot. And very rarely do you see him just attack and be aggressive, but when he does, he's fairly successful doing that. A lot of times he will defer and he will kind of shrink a little bit, but with Dennis Smith Jr. and Spencer Dinwiddie, you won't have that problem. And I was really disappointed in Dante in the playoffs because playing overseas, the atmosphere of basketball overseas is just incredible and it's crazy. It's high energy. And you would think that this would be no problem for Dante, and unfortunately it was, right? So with that last roster spot, I know people are saying, let's get a big, which I agree. We do need just another 4, maybe a 5. But if the organization wants to get another guard, I say get Spencer Dinwiddie. Sound off in the chat. If you had to choose between Dennis Smith Jr. or Spencer Dinwiddie, who are you choosing? Dinwiddie or Dennis? Let me know. Sound off in the chat. Because I say Spencer because he's older, more experienced. I mean, you can probably throw whatever contract at him and he'll take it just to come back and possibly win. And you won't be stuck with him long term. However, with Dennis Smith Jr., you can get him on a cheap contract. He can continue to develop on this team. But like I said, if you bring on Dennis Smith Jr., what happens to Jaden Hardy? And even with Spencer Dinwiddie, Jaden Hardy's future is fine because eventually whenever Jaden Hardy's ready, Dinwiddie's done, right? Let's see what y'all say. Dennis for sure. Dennis, XM can guard wings. He can. Dennis Smith Jr. Yeah, a lot of people saying Dennis Menace. Lively needs to be shooting mid-range jump shots and spot up threes consistently this season. Jason Kidd will be the death of this team if he doesn't let Live shoot the damn ball. That's fair. Dennis, 100%. Jay saying Dory Finney-Smith. I do miss Dory, not gonna lie. Dennis Jr., of course. I don't mind Spencer Dinwiddie, but I prefer Dennis Jr. because of the defense. That's fair. NBA media trying to make the Klay acquisition seem bad too. The media doesn't know ball. Honestly, the media is trying to make our pickup of Klay Thompson bad because they wanted the Lakers to get him. If the Lakers got Klay, they'd say that's the biggest signing in all of free agency. Dinwiddie Jr. Dinwiddie is never welcome in Dallas again. I don't mind Marcus Morris at all. Yeah, that's fair. Dinwiddie, he looked like somebody's uncle in the Lakers, but he was fine on the Mavs. Yeah. I might be petty, but I don't want Dinwiddie after on his unloyalness. Yeah. Dennis Smith Jr. Dinwiddie talk crazy. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, hold on, why would we want Dinwiddie when he already chose the Clown Lakers show over us? Get Dennis Smith Jr. Okay, so I say, emotions aside, you put aside how you feel, your personal biases toward Spencer Dinwiddie. Face value, I think I'm not against Dennis. I mean, I'm fine with either or. And I think it would be hard for me to choose. If I could get both, I get both, right? You waive Lawson, you get both. Cool. I'm fine with that. But if I had to choose, I say Spencer Dinwiddie because it helps you right now. It helps you right now. Long term, you get Dennis Smith Jr. But if you want to talk about Jaden Hardy and his future, you choose Spencer. Because by the time Jaden Hardy is ready to step up and take a bigger role, Kyrie's older, Spencer's older. Okay, Jaden Hardy, go ahead. If you get Dennis, you got Dennis and Jaden Hardy kind of fighting for who should be in that spot. And eventually, you probably would have to pick one of the two, whether you lose Dennis or you lose Jaden Hardy. It's complicated, and this is why the GMs get paid millions of dollars to make these tough decisions. And shout out to Nico Harrison yet again. Can't give that man enough credit because I don't think we trade away Josh Green if we don't have someone like Nico Harrison, right? If you still have wow, my brain's going blank. Oh my gosh. If you still have Mark Cuban, good Lord. If you still have Mark Cuban making the decisions, he probably waits to get Derrick Jones Jr., and then you don't get Klay Thompson, and then you don't want to trade Josh Green. I think Mark Cuban's relationships with these players is that any front office's relationship with a player can be detrimental when you're not ready to make the tough decisions. And a good example is the Toronto Raptors. When they traded away DeMar DeRozan, their cornerstone player, their number one who wanted to stay in Toronto. You trade him for Kawhi Leonard, and you win a championship, right? It takes tough decision making. It takes a GM who has vision and who is willing to make the tough decisions for the betterment of the team. Now, speaking of DeMar DeRozan, we got to talk about the West. We got to talk about the West because the West is stacked. The West is stacked. There's something I saw on Twitter that I want to bring up that I think is just outrageous. Do y'all call it X or do y'all call it Twitter? I still call it Twitter because I'm not calling it X at all. It's so dumb. Let me see. Is it on my alt account? I want to show you all this tweet that I saw that I thought was just crazy. Did I like it? Where'd it go? Here we go. This right here is something I want to bring up to y'all. Whoop. Yeah, just gonna shrink this up. Just to put into perspective how crazy the West is, right? These are the all-star caliber players in the East. You have 18. Hold on, let me fix this a little bit. There we go. There was more hiding. There we go. So, In the East, you have 18 All-Star caliber players. Who's that? You got Jimmy Butler, Scotty Barnes, LaMelo Ball, Dame Lillard, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid. You got Jason Tatum, Paul George, Giannis. You got Franz Wagner. You got Jaylen Brown. You got Bam Adebayo. You got Paolo Banchero. You got Cade Cunningham. You got Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, and Tyrese Halliburton. Those are your All-Star caliber players in the East. Let's take a look at the West, okay? You got 30 of them things. You got Luka Doncic, you got DeJounte Murray, you got Kyrie Irving, you got Zion Williamson, you got Brandon Ingram, you got Klay Thompson, you got, what is his name? Jarrett Jackson Jr. on the dang Grizzlies, good Lord. You got another guy on the Grizzlies. My brain is going blank. I did not get out of sleep, guys. I apologize. You got Desmond Bane. I'm tripping. Desmond Bane. You got Jalen Williams. You got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You got Chet Holmgren. You got, I can't remember anyone's names on the Grizzlies. John Morant, good Lord, I am tired. You got DeMar DeRozan, DeMar DeRozan, you got Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Domantas Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, Karl Anthony Towns, you got Anthony Edwards, Nikola Jokic, LeBron James, Alfred Sengun, Devin Booker, Anthony Davis, you got Jamal Murray, good Yama and Steph Curry. Good night. Sorry, I couldn't remember names. It feels like when you're on the Grizzlies, I just forget who you are. But anyway, that's stacked. That is stacked. And it's going to be very interesting when next season's All-Star comes around, because you could argue on the East, okay, cool. Only 3 of you guys may not make the All-Star. Do they pick 15? They pick 13? I can't remember how many players they pick, but it'll be maybe 5 players not getting picked out of that East list. Cool. Half the players on that West list ain't making it to the All-Star game. That's crazy. And the Dallas Mavericks got 3 of them things, but it's wild, right? So with all these acquisitions, all these trades, the West continues to get stacked, right? The Dallas Mavericks did everything that they could to make sure that we stood out, because just last night, DeMar DeRozan was traded to the Kings. Now, does that move you guys? Does that put fear in your heart? Does that shake you in your boots? No, it shouldn't. DeMar DeRozan's a great player. I love him when he was on the Raptors. I was a big fan. Love him. Even Chicago. I have a Chicago jersey in my closet. I'm a big fan of him. But does he move the needle for the Kings? Maybe with Malik Monk, Kevin Huerter, Sabonis, Fox. Yeah, cool. Will they be a problem for the Mavericks? No. Their defense doesn't stack against our defense. Our shooting's better. It is what it is, right? But, I mean, look at the East. Hold on, let me throw it back up, bro. Look at the East. And now, let's look at the players who were on the West that went to the East. I think it's just Paul George, right? Paul George is the only one that changed conferences. Yeah. Paul George is the only one in the East from the West that moved over. So you could argue that it's only really 17 until Paul George got there, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. And I feel like for the East, the teams that are most likely to come out are obviously the Celtics. Philadelphia should, but they can never make out the second round, right? And maybe the Bucks. I feel like those 3 teams are always the top 3 teams over the last 5 years. The Bucks, the Celtics, and the Sixers. Cool. For the West, man, the Thunder got better. They got Isaiah Hartenstein and a couple other other pickups as well. The Pelicans got DeJounte Murray. Scary. And they're probably going to keep Brandon Ingram. Scary. Like I said, the Kings got DeMar DeRozan. But we got Klay Thompson. We got Najee Marshall, right? We got Quentin Grimes. We're good. The thing is, and the one thing is, Marcel's day drinking. I swear I'm not day drinking. I know this is an energy drink. I got this at Buc-ee's yesterday. I had to get it, but I'm drinking an energy drink. I promise. I actually don't drink. Sup, Joe? Glad you're here. But I think the Dallas Mavericks are in a good spot. I don't want people to look at that graphic and think we're cooked because we're not a stacked team. You don't need to be a super team to win anymore. You could argue the Celtics were, but that's neither here nor there. But as long as you have a good supporting cast and you've got good stars and your role players can back up those stars, you can win a championship. I mean, the Bucks did it, the Raptors did it, the Lakers did it. Who am I missing? The Celtics, I guess, just did it. The last few teams, it was a different team over the last 5-6 seasons where they really weren't a super team. It was just a team with stars and just a good quality cast, right? I know there's a team out there I missed. Nuggets did it, Bucks did it, Lakers did it, Raptors did it, Celtics did it. Okay, so anyway, it is what it is. But Michael Douglas saying, Marcel, are you drunk enough to think Mavs get Paul Reed? Paul Reed's a name that I saw. Well, he got released, right, from the Sixers. Very interesting. Let's take a look at him. I'm not day drinking, I swear. I'm drinking an energy drink because I am tired. I've also been kind of sick lately, so I did take some Pepto-Bismol for my upset stomach. Your boy is sensitive to spicy food now. I don't know why. I love spicy food. But let's take a look at Paul Reed, right? I know his name's been kind of floating around. Let's take a look. He's a 6'9" center / power forward, so he's a smaller big. How old is he? He's about, what is it? He's 24. And he got released? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let's take a look at this. 19 minutes a game. He started about 24 games, but he played all 82 last year. As a backup big, he averaged 7.3 points, 1 block, 0.8 steals, 1.3 assists, 6 rebounds. He doesn't shoot the 3-ball. That's fine. You're big. Shoots 54% from the floor. What's your free throw percentage? 71% from the free throw line? Okay, hold on. Hey. I need y'all to let me know in the chat. Don't want this pulling up. Would you rather have Paul Reed or Dinwiddie or DSJ? I would lean towards Paul Reed. I'd rather bring Paul Reed in than Dennis or Spencer because he's also only 24. 24, you can back up, Derrick Lively or Daniel Gafford, or you can back up PJ and Najee Marshall, right? This is a much better fit. We have enough guards. Yeah, I think we should definitely pick up Paul Reed. Hold on. Yeah, Paul Reed. I like that. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, sound off in the chat. Paul or the other two? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to have to make a video about Paul Reed. Hold on. He can't shoot 54% from the floor. I'm fine with that. His 3, I don't need my big, he doesn't have to shoot 3s, but 54% from the floor is nice. Daniel Gafford and Derrick Lively are in the 60s and 70s range, so I'm fine with that. Let me see. Get rid of Lawson and get DSJ and Reed. I'm with it. He shoots the midi really well. Ooh, I like it when a player can extend that range. The mid-range is a lost art that I feel like not enough players are really tapping into, but I'm fine with that. Paul Reed would be low-key crazy. Okay, Paul Reed's actually good. He had some good stretches with Embiid out, not going to lie. Okay. Richard saying, Marcel, just keep in mind there will be movement at trade deadline, so two first super Dwight layup line Maxi will get as someone. Reed isn't the worst. I like Reed, though. He can shoot minis. I like that. Gotta get rid of Powell, yeah. Smeeto saying he got released because they need the cap space to sign Caleb Martin, which is wild. Caleb Martin took less money to go to Philly. I can't remember what the numbers were, but apparently he was offered way more money to stay in Miami, and he chose to go to Philly. And if he wants to win a championship, go right ahead. He was in Miami for a good minute, and he sees what he's seen. He knows what he knows, so maybe he just wanted to change his scenery. Shout out to Caleb Martin. But I'll take Paul Reed. 37% from 3. He can space the floor. Is he 30%? I thought I saw it was like worse than that. Paul Reed. Okay, hold on. He shoots 36. Last season, he shot 36% from 3, and he attempted 0.7 threes a game. I don't need him shooting 3s. If you're gonna shoot 36% from 3, I need at least like 4 attempts a game. At least 4 attempts. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that can change, right? Derrick Jones Jr. changed his 3-ball. His 3 got better, but I'm not mad at it. I think it was 16 mil, but maybe. But no, okay. I might have to watch some film on Paul Reed. Would y'all want to see a video where I deep dive and try to convince Nico Harrison to get him? I like that. I like that pickup. I really do. I've been keeping up with all the free agency, all the players getting released, signed, trade, all that stuff. And I'm not trying to be one of those like online GMs, those armchair GMs who are like, oh, Nico should do this, Nico should do that. I know a lot of fans were kind of worried about what the Mavericks were doing because we were watching a lot of stuff happen. But Nico always gets his man. If Nico wants a player, he's going to get him. And it's crazy to say that because he's only been here for about like 3-4 years. But think about it. He wanted PJ Washington. We didn't get him in the offseason, but we got him at the trade deadline. And I saw a report the other day that we apparently offered the Knicks Josh Green for Quentin Grimes. And they said no. And eventually traded him to the Detroit Pistons. And then what happened? We got our guy. Nico, if Nico wants you on the team, you're going to be. If Nico wants you in a Mavericks jersey, you're going to be in a Mavericks jersey. Point blank, period. And I know some people are saying that they wanted Jeremy Grant. I'd argue that what we did is better. I don't think Jeremy Grant would have been a better pickup than Klay Thompson. I really don't. If somehow you get Klay Thompson and Jeremy Grant, hey, that's stacked. That's crazy. But I think it was because, and I could be wrong, I'm just speculating here, but I think getting Jeremy Grant may put a clog at the forward because PJ back up, PJ playing the 3. Who knows? I don't know what that lineup looks like, but I do like Paul Reed. I like what I see. I think that fits better. But yeah, if Nico wants you in a Mavericks jersey, you're gonna end up in a Mavericks jersey. That's crazy. But see, the Dinwiddie memes would be funny after calling Lakers as his father, then come back to his mother. He's used the corner, but okay. Paul Reed could be a backup 4. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, Nico must be thinking about Paul Reed. He's got to. He's got to. I mean, if I gotta make a video breaking that down, I'll do it. I'll watch a bunch of highlights, footage. I'll look at the stats. I'll do it. Best move is all together. Every move they did until now. Yeah, the whole thing. Every move we made has been great. I don't think there was one bad move. And I ain't gonna lie, like I miss Josh Green. I do. I miss Josh Green, but it's not to the point where I wish we didn't trade him. You know, it sucks. It is what it is. You know, Josh Green provided some good moments, but I like what we got. Wow, and Knicks lost Bogdan and Alec from that trade. Exactly. And they sent like 5 first-round picks for Miles Bridges. It's crazy. Jeremy Grant was the reason why the Nuggets lost in the bubble. Woo! But Reed would take minutes away from Omax, but I want to see if G League shooting can be repeated in the NBA. Yeah, that's one thing people said, that Omax did shoot very well from 3 in the G League. And obviously, some things don't translate from the G League to the NBA. But I feel like if you can hit threes anywhere, you can hit threes, right? But there's a lot of things that go into it. Richard K saying, Marcel, Nets are tanking. They're projected to get flagged, so look into Trendon Watford. He is 6'9", 240, 41% from 3. Depends what they want. Many teams will try Reed. Yeah. Teams will want him. I mean, he's 6'9", a power forward / center. You could go small with him. And I'd rather go small with him than Maxey. I mean, I'd have to watch more footage on him to really give you that honest opinion. But, I mean, just from what I see, I like that better. Marcel, we had a big discussion on Discord yesterday about Paul Reed. Man, where was I? Why'd you not add me to that Discord call, bro? Averaged a block and 6 rebounds in under 20 minutes a game. Yeah, that's very impressive. Paul Reed, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let's throw that back up. This man, 19 minutes a game, was getting you 6 rebounds. God dang. And that sometimes, in the playoffs, that kind of felt like an issue for us, that we just couldn't grab boards. We couldn't get, the right amount of rebounds. But there were more times than not that we were really killing it on the boards, which is always a good thing. But Paul Reed, I think, would be a good pickup. I think I agree with you guys. I'd rather take Paul Reed than Dennis or Spencer. But if I can get both, I would. The G League is going to be sad when they lose Omax from the G League. Yeah, I went to a few of the Texas Legends games. Omax is the truth. I've nicknamed him the lethal weapon, because that boy lethal. He can shoot, plays great defense. It's all about how it translates to the NBA. And we've seen him say how like Kyrie kind of mentors him, which is very important. So hopefully we see something good. Do you like the fit of DSJ? I do. I just don't know where he goes. Like, we are a deep team. This team is very deep. The Mavericks are a deep team. We've got options. Our lineups can be messed around with. I talked about how I would love to see a pick and pop with Derrick Lively so he can just shoot the threes more. I need to see that. Tim Hardaway Jr. couldn't even do that in 19 minutes. That infamous 19 minutes. And he couldn't even commit a foul. He didn't even record one foul. He had 19 minutes of cardio in a playoff game. Paul Reed means Dwight Powell doesn't play 500 minutes next season. It also means we don't have to deal with Maxey. Now, I understand there are many people out there that are fans of Maxey Kleber, however you pronounce it. I understand that. And I don't want y'all to think that I'm hating on Maxey or think he's trash. I like Maxey. Honestly, I preferred back when we had Maxey and Dorian. I love seeing both those guys on the floor, right? The problem is we can get a better player. I'm not saying Maxey's washed up. I'm not saying that he's bad, he's cooked, he's done. They are better players. There are better options. I feel like a lot of fans of Maxey, a lot of fans of a lot of Mavericks players, you fall in love with the person over the player. And what I mean by that is you like him for who he is. And you convince yourself you like what he does on the court, not realizing that that's kind of average, that we could do better. Like, I love Josh Green. I miss Josh Green. I really do. We got upgrades, though, right? Like, it's fine, right? And same for Dorian Finney-Smith. I absolutely miss Dorian Finney-Smith. I would love to see Dorian Finney-Smith come back. But we got better options, right? So you got to detach yourself from your fandom and how you feel about the player versus how you feel about, the person versus the player is what I mean. Smito said, regular season advanced stats look good for Reed, but he had a net rating of -49 and 43 minutes in the playoffs. He's young. He's young, that's fine. And he was also playing for the 76ers, and they're just a horrible playoff team. But that's fine. Experience is how you get better in the playoffs. The fact that Luka just had his first finals run, best believe the next time Luka goes there, he's going to go off and go crazy. And especially if he's healthy, he's going to go off and go crazy, right? Experience, when it comes to playoffs, experience is the greatest teacher. And I'm not worried about a couple young guys who played bad in their first playoff run, right? Get Maxey out of here. He's washed. I wouldn't say that. How to pronounce Kleber? Kleba. See, I've said Kleba, and I've had someone tell me it's Kleber. I don't know, man. As y'all know, if y'all been following this channel enough, I am horrible at pronouncing names. I butcher everyone's names. If you were born on planet Earth, odds are I'm going to mispronounce your name. And I do feel bad. And when I made that Melvin Ajinsa video, I feel like I just mispronounced the name. When I made that video, I tried to look up how to pronounce it. And I've seen people pronounce it 2 different ways. I was like, I'm going to just guess. They'll correct me in the comment section. Maxey, the most versatile defender in the league. You're crazy. Maxey was hurt in the playoffs, just like Luka. His shoulder literally separated. Give him a chance this year. He's harder to replace than you think. I agree and disagree. Maxey was injured. That's one of the main reasons why I'm not going to give him too much flack, right? We got to do the same for we did the same for Luka. Luka got some grace and some mercy because he was injured. Shout out to Miguel Castaneda. Thank you for subscribing. We gave Luka some credit and just some leeway because he was hurt. I'll do the same for Maxey, but I do believe that you can replace Maxey. I don't think it's that hard. I do feel like some people overinflate his value and what he does. What he does is great, but I think you can't replace him. Emil Fredrickson said, Kleba is washed. He is old, injury prone. His contract is hurting the team. Michael Doe says, honestly, if Maxey plays up to his best level for a long stretch, he's great, but he's always injured. Yeah. Maxey came back early for an injury to his, and we saw that in the finals. He came back and he kept, he was laboring that arm. So yeah, I get it. He was injured. We all saw it. Remember when Maxey tore his, thank you, Michael Douglas. Thank you. Actually saying Slovenia didn't qualify for the Olympics, so Luka can rest and have his best season in the NBA and bring home the ring. Yes. Now, I want to say this. Okay, hold on. Smeeto says, I am German. It's Kleber. See, that's what I'm saying. People tell me it's Kleber. Then people tell me it's Kleba. If you are German and you tell me it's Kleber, I'm saying Maxi Kleber. I'm saying that. Anyway, but I want to say this right now in front of all of 200 of my loyal family members. Shout out to you guys for watching the stream, tuning in. I want to say this right now, that a lot of people have been showing their true colors and just, in my opinion, just disgust in how they've been acting towards Luka and playing in the Olympics. I was worried about Luka playing because I don't want him to get hurt. But that does not mean that I was sitting here praying that his team doesn't qualify for the Olympics. If you are an American-born individual, you may not be able to grasp this concept. But for someone like Luka, who comes from a smaller country, who has a sense of pride in playing and representing his country and wants to do everything he can for his country, because before he's a Maverick, he's a Slovenian, first and foremost. And that's something that Maverick fans just have to come to terms with. He is a Slovenian before he's a Maverick, first and foremost. I wish him nothing but the greatest success while playing for his country. But as fans of Luka, as fans of the Mavericks, we also just want him to be healthy. If we lost in the finals and Luka wasn't hurt, sure, go ahead and play for your country. We'll root for you. But let's not get it twisted, right? Let's not get it twisted. Let's not sit here and say that we hope, or that we were praying for Slovenia to lose so he can get rest and win for us. I don't want him to get hurt, period. Not hurt so he can't play for Slovenia, and not hurt so he can't play for the Mavericks. But don't if you're a Digest family member, don't sit up here and just celebrate the fact that Slovenia lost, because he's physically hurt, but he's also, he's going to feel some type of way that he couldn't, get his team through into the Olympics, right? We got to have a little bit more. We can't be too selfish. Right? It's the offseason. Luka does not stop playing basketball. If he can play, he will always play. And that's just what he is. We can pray for his health, but we don't pray for his failure. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. I saw Kleber, but I have no ties to Germany. I say Kleber, but I have no ties to Germany. Yeah. Luka can do whatever he wants. Exactly. I feel Coach Kidd favors Maxey in rotation, which hinders the team performance. And I've said this before, Alex, that I think it's because Jason Kidd just has an old school mentality when it comes to basketball. How if you're an older player and you have tenure on a team, you should get minutes over a younger player. And that's just something that a lot of coaches have biases and habits. I think that's Jason Kidd's habit, that if you're an older player, you will get minutes. Because in this current NBA, young guys will get all the minutes over older players. That just happens. If a German bakes you a cake, what would you do? If a German chocolate cake, I'd eat that. Maxey also plays good D on Jimmy Butler. Maxey, when healthy, plays good defense. Like I'm not saying he doesn't, but don't act like there's not better options. Klay and Kyrie can't do whatever they want. Maxey's always done that. He can't really block shots in the paint, but he can switch to anyone. Yeah. He also alters a lot of shots too. There's a stat that shows that Maxey like alters like the highest percentage of shots, which is important. Let me see. Jeremy doesn't even want Maxey, but our fans love him. What does that say? No. Dev guarding a player doesn't mean escorting him to the rim. Yeah. As an English descendant, Germans are scary, but Russians are scarier. Fair. Nick was legit preying on their downfall. Yeah, no, you're not going to see me. You're not going to see me do that. And also, I want to make it abundantly clear, because I've had a few people kind of chime in. This is Mavericks Digest. This is not Luka's Digest. This is not Slovenian Digest. I will speak on Luka playing in the Olympics. I made like one video on it. But I do not know enough about Slovenia, their team, the Olympics. I really don't watch it, so I won't make content on that. I'll leave that to the people that do follow that. I did watch his game against New Zealand when they stomped them. I was watching that when I was at work. Shout out to my boss. I was working and watching the Olympics, but I just don't. I like to stay in the realm of my own knowledge, and I'm just not that knowledgeable on the Slovenian team. But I watch Luka play. I support him, but I can't even pronounce half those players' names, and if I made a video on that, I'd just be talking about Luka. And again, this isn't Luka's Digest, it's Mavericks Digest. Let me see here. It's only the German team captain who has some brain farts about Maxey. In my opinion, he is a great player who's a great piece for the national team. That's fair. David said, what's your favorite realistic trade target? Man, I don't know. I don't think that we need to make a trade. A stretch four? I don't know who that could be. I mean, I've always wanted Jordan Clarkson on this team. I think Jordan Clarkson makes this team a championship-ready team, if we're not already. I mean, I think we are. But Jordan Clarkson just is the icing on top of the cake, the cherry on top, all that. If we get Jordan Clarkson, that'd be crazy. Dave says, all great to me. Yeah. Random saying, hear me out. I think Klay should be in the second group with the younger ones so we can have more defense in the starting lineup. So, yes, we're going to transition into that. Because I took a poll. I put up a poll on this channel. And you guys, I love y'all. I really do. But I'm going to keep it a buck. Y'all disappointed me. Y'all disappointed me in what y'all said. I'm going to pull it up. We're going to take a look at it as I shame my entire fan base. Here we go. A little poll that I did the other day saying, who would you like to see be our sixth man off the bench? And we're going to break this down. I said Daniel Gafford because Derrick Lively is our starter, so obviously Daniel Gafford would most likely be the first off the bench. Someone said Daniel Gafford can't be a sixth man because he's a center or, he's a big. Nas Reed just won sixth man of the year as a big. So, yeah, so Daniel Gafford can be our sixth man. Dante, maybe he's our sixth man because he's our third ball handler. Maybe he's the first one off the bench. Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes, those are our new pickups. Maybe they're the first ones off. And I said other because, say whatever you want. It only allows me to put up 5 options, so I always try to put other. So look in the comment section, right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to just Control F and type in Klay. Let's see how many times Klay gets mentioned. Klay Thompson. Like, y'all just kept mentioning Klay. 16 times? Let me just keep going. How many times are y'all going to say Klay? How many times y'all going to say Klay? Y'all really say Klay Thompson off the bench? 21 times. Klay Thompson off the bench. Why y'all keep saying Klay Thompson? Klay Thompson. Was it only 21 times? There's about 90 comments. Look, there's more. Klay Thompson right here. Like, why did y'all say Klay Thompson so much? There was these 27 times. Out of 98 comments, 27 times y'all said Klay Thompson coming off the bench. We got to have the conversation. Digest family members, fam. We have to have a talk about this. Klay Thompson not coming off the bench. He's not. He just left his team that he won championships with partially because they want him to come off the bench. He's not doing that here. He did not take less money to come off the bench. Klay Thompson is a starter. Klay Thompson is a starter, okay? He is not coming off the bench. He is a starter. Now, I understand the thought process behind maybe he comes off the bench as just to keep good scoring off the bench and, add more defense to the starting lineup. I get that. Again, Jason Kidd might have the lineup looking weird. Kyrie may come off the bench, right? The lineups are going to be very weird till we kind of find what works, right? But Klay Thompson is not coming off the bench unless he's hurt, unless he's not feeling it. He is not coming off the bench. I don't think that's going to happen. So shame on the 27 of you guys who put Klay Thompson in the comment section. Although I did say other if you really do feel like Klay Thompson, cool, but I just don't think that's going to happen. But the Dallas Mavericks are in a good spot. Do y'all want to do a tier list? I kind of want to do a tier list of the West and see how as fans do we stack them up. Y'all want to do that? Sound off if y'all want to do a tier list of the Western Conference, or if you want to do a tier list of both conferences. We could do if they're a playoff team, or no, we'll do different tiers. We'll do a tier if they are championship bound, if they're a playoff team, a play-in team, or if they're just a lottery team. Sound off. Do y'all want to do a tier list? I have fun doing that with you guys. I let y'all kind of dictate how that looks, and then I get the flack online saying that I made a bad tier list, although it's you guys that make it. But y'all want a tier list? I'm kind of feeling a tier list. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? As I pull up tier list maker, because I really want to do it anyway. I like doing this with y'all. It's fun. Let me see. What y'all saying now? Go to comments. The West, yeah, yes, tier list maybe, or of a new team. We could do a tier list. We can do multiple tier lists. We're also doing our giveaway. We're doing spin the wheel. Don't worry, we're gonna do that. We're gonna end with that. But yeah, man, y'all want to do a tier list? I like doing tier lists. Guess what? We're doing a tier list. So let's pull that up. All right, let's see here. Let's do just a blank one. Where is it? Where is it? This is the same website I use. Here we go. Create tier list. Interesting. What is this? Hold on. They have a live voting tier list? Can y'all vote for my stuff online? What? Okay, we're not going to do that. I'll probably do that another day. That's kind of cool. Oh, snap. So, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, there's a tier maker live website where you can make a tier list and have people vote live. That's actually kind of cool. All right, so we're going to do just this and we're going to change it up. So here we go. Let me edit this. We're going to do it of the West, and then we're going to do one of the East. Or do you want to put just the entire NBA? Do y'all want to do separate ones for each conference, or should we just do it all in one? Let me know. But the S tier is going to be replaced with crap. Hotkeys are always messing up. Here, let me just... There we go. Okay. Championship bound. I'll put finals bound. Finals bound. Playoff bound. Play in bound. Lottery team. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Just 4. We don't need a 5th one. We'll do it like this. Yeah. You want to do both? Can we do a live one? Next time I do a tier list, I'll set it up for a live one, because I think that's actually really dope. But all right, we're gonna do one of both conferences in one. So this is gonna be the entire NBA. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Why are y'all talking about bread in the chat? Y'all getting that bread? Sourdough bread, pumpernickel bread. All right. I like sourdough. Sourdough's actually really good. All right, let me do this. All right, cool. Let me put this over here. Okay, cool. So, what is this? Go away. All right, so the Boston Celtics, where are you putting them? Where are you putting the Boston Celtics? Sound off. Which tier does the Boston Celtics go? I feel like we know where they're going. Gotta make a new folder. Boston Celtics. Where are we putting the Celtics? Finals. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory that, yes, they're going to the finals. Where is it? I've got too much crap on my computer. F tier. Yeah. Celtics are obviously finals bound. That's where they're going, right? That's where they're going. The next is the Philadelphia 76ers. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me pull up a better list. I want to go in alphabetical. All right, so next is, all right, this is not in alphabetical order. This is going to be in a random order. Next is the Brooklyn Nets. Where are the Brooklyn Nets going? Brooklyn Nets. I'm sorry. I know I said Philly, but Brooklyn Nets. Where are the Brooklyn Nets going? Are they a play-in team? Are they now a lottery team? Michael Douglas, play nice. Y'all saying playoffs for the Nets? For Brooklyn? Yeah, it's Brooklyn now. I'm sorry. I need to find a better picture. Can I get rid of that? Oop. I don't like that picture. I guess I can't get rid of it. That's lame. When I put it up, I can't get rid of it? Lame. Okay. Lottery? Y'all saying lottery? Yeah. It's a lottery team. That's self-explanatory. All right, the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks. Where are the Knicks going? Where are we putting the New York Knickerbockers? Where are the Knicks going? Are they a playoff bound or are they finals bound? Where are they going? Where are they going? Let me see here. Mavs Digest. Finals bound is not good because technically you can only have 2 teams up there. Real contender. Yeah, I'll change it. It's not finals bound, but finals contender, I guess. Why does it look like that? Can we center that? Finals contender. Hold on. I don't know. What to say? I'm just keep it finals bound. I'm gonna just keep it finals bound. I don't like how it's all looking. I'm gonna keep it finals bound. Otherwise, I'm gonna be nitpicking about it. Knicks are playoff bound. Eastern Conference Final playoff, real contender. I'll change the real contender. Yeah. I cannot type. What the heck? I don't like how it looks like that, but oh well. All right. Knicks are playoff bound. Playoff bound? Yeah. Contenders. Okay. We're going to call it contenders. We're going to call it contenders. All right. They're the contenders. The chicken tenders. Finals contender. Conference finals. We're going to put them in playoffs. They're playoffs. Contenders. What y'all think? Can the Knicks make the finals? They're overrated. Add contender, then add champion. Okay. We're going to pause this real quick, and we're going to fix these tiers so we're all on the same page. I apologize. All right. The top tier for a team that can make or win the finals. What are we calling them? Are they contenders? Finals bound? What are they called? We're going to fix this. Rename the lottery team to Pit of Despair. What are we calling this? The top tier, you can make the finals. What are we calling them? What are we calling them? I'm just going to call them a finals team. They're a finals team. Finals team. Playoff team. Play-in team. In lottery team. Leaving it at that. Obviously, the Celtics, boom, they're a finals team. The Nets are there. We're going to put Knicks in playoff. We're good? We're good. They're a playoff team. They can make the playoffs, but maybe not the finals. We're going to leave it at that because I will nitpick that. All right, the next team is the Philadelphia 76ers. Where do you see the Sixers? Where do you see the Philadelphia 76ers? Sound off in the chat. Team can contain conference finals. I'm not going to nitpick first, second, third round. I'm not doing that. I have OCD and it would kill me. But where y'all put the Sixers? Knicks are a finals team? Knicks healthier? Okay, I'll put Knicks up there. Knicks are a finals team? Okay. 76ers. We're putting the 76ers. Where do the Sixers go? Playoff. Knicks are second best team in the East, so I put them in finals. That's fair. Playoffs, Knicks are above them. Playoffs, Embiid hasn't been out of the second round. Yeah, they're a playoff team. Okay, we can agree on that. Sixers, they have not under Embiid, and since his time, they've never been out of the second round. So that is what it is. Okay, cool. We're back on track. All right, next is the Toronto Raptors. Where are we putting the Toronto Raptors? I got a hot take, but that might be my bias because I still got love for my Raptors. I don't think they're a lottery team. I think they're a playing team. But that's just me though. How do you feel about the Raptors? Sound off for the Raptors. Lottery? I don't think they're a lottery team. I think they're a play-in team. I think they're up here. I don't know. They've got the reason why they fell to the lottery is because literally everybody got hurt and they just decided to tank the rest of the season. But I mean, they've got good young talent. But I think play-in though. You only put the top team of each conference in the finals tier. I'm putting everybody in the finals tier. Sixers will implode. They're yeah. Play-in, yeah. Lottery. I think they're a play-in team. I don't think they're going to be in the lottery next year. I think they're going to be in the play-in. But it is what it is. Not lotto, but not playing. They're kind of like in the middle, yeah. No clue the Raptors could be playing. If healthy, they're good. Scotty Barnes is good. You got RJ Barrett. You got Manuel Quickly. They got a couple good young guys over there. As Michael Douglas says, depth of hell. Okay. You know what? I'm making a new tier. I'm making a new row. Y'all gonna like this. NBA poverty. Oh, no, you can't see it. Hold on. There we go. We got a poverty tier now. Okay? There's a certain team I want to put there. Playoffs like the Knicks? I don't know, man. I don't know. Raptors are definitely playing team. All right, next team is the Chicago Bulls. Oh, good Lord. Where y'all put the Chicago Bulls? Young Champagne say not every team can be a finals team. It's only 2 teams. Okay, finals teams as far as they can make the finals. Not that we think that they're going to make the finals, but I think the Knicks are a good enough team that they can make the finals. They have a good chance at it, but, you know. I'm not trying to break down every single part of the playoffs and, you know, predict everybody. But yeah, Nets and Wiz in poverty. Yeah, Charlotte Hornets on that tier. Nets should be in poverty. I don't know. The Nets just got like a bunch of picks, so they're definitely a lottery team. But it is what it is. But Bulls, lottery, y'all a little bit nicer than me. I was going to put them in poverty. I say Bulls are in poverty. I say Bulls in poverty because they trade away DeMar DeRozan and Alex Caruso, and they got no first-round picks back. That's poverty. I think the Bulls are a poverty team. But let me know if y'all agree. Bulls poverty? I say Bulls in poverty. Nets are poverty? At least the Nets got first-round picks. You know what I mean? They're going through rebuild, right? Like, that's just a lottery team. It is what it is. They have direction, somewhat. The Bulls have no direction. The Bulls are a poverty team. But what y'all think? I think Bulls are poverty for sure. Michael Douglas says Bulls aren't poverty? What you mean? They got no first-round picks. Bulls lottery, they still got Levine and Kobe White. Okay, if we're doing by conference, then that's fine. Okay, so Bulls, I'll put them in lottery team, but I mean, the fact that they ain't got no first round picks back for their trades is whatever. Bulls living under a bridge right now. I'm putting the Bulls back down there. Bulls back in poverty, all right? Because they ain't got no first round picks. They look, I don't know if you could trade Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey on 2K and it would go through. Bulls got Josh Giddey, so they automatically get no. All right, the next team is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers. Where are we putting them, guys? Bulls have their own first or not? They don't have enough. I'm just saying, you trade away DeMar and Caruso and you get no first round picks back. To me, you're poverty. Cavs. I'll put them in playoff team. They got, especially because they didn't lose anybody yet. We'll see. They kept Donovan Mitchell. I'm not sure where Darius Garland's going to go. Not sure where Jarrett Allen. You know, there's a couple players. When the Cavaliers got knocked out, there was a whole lot of drama that came out that I think no one really talked about. How Jarrett Allen didn't get an injection to numb the pain, and his teammates were upset. You saw Donovan Mitchell was unsure if he was going to re-sign. Darius Garland wanted to be gone. And then there was news that apparently the Cavs were told, don't draft Evan Mobley. He doesn't want to be here. Drama. But Cavs, playoffs? Yeah. Definitely a playoff team. Why does it keep popping up? All right. The next team is the Detroit Pistons. Marshall, only read opinions from Richard and me. Joe, you're not wrong. All right, the Detroit Pistons. Where are we putting the Pistons? Are they a poverty team? They've been making some moves. They've been making some plays. Are they a poverty team? I don't know. Where y'all put them? They're definitely somewhere down here. But where do you put the Pistons? Where do the Pistons go? Sound off in the chat. I say they're a lottery team. Who did they get in the draft? Who did the Pistons get? Pistons drafted. Who did they get drafted? I honestly wasn't even paying attention to the draft. The draft was so lame. Ron Holland and Cam Spencer. Not sure if that will help them, but let me see. Pistons are poverty, lottery, poverty. They never get a top pick anyway. Yeah, Detroit is finals, lottery. In 3 years, the Hornets will be a playoff team. Pistons just set the record for most losses in a row. Never forget, that's true. They've been somehow convincing players to come there. That's true. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I'll put Pistons in lottery because I feel like, okay, so this is what I'm saying. Yeah, borderline poverty. Yeah, borderline poverty. So the reason why I wouldn't put them in poverty is because they have picks. They've been making moves, right? Trades, pickups. Like they're doing something. It just, for whatever reason, last year they just couldn't get wins. But the organization is doing something. They're not just sitting on their hands like the Bulls, right? I'll put them in poverty. I'm sorry, lottery, but probably towards the end. Next up is the Detroit. I'm sorry, not the Detroit. I just did that. The Indiana Pacers. Where do you put the Indiana Pacers? Sound off. What's good, LED? How you doing? We're putting the Pacers. Pistons are poverty. I don't think so. The best worst team. Sucks that we don't get to see Cade Cummings' full potential. Yeah. They are playing TJ and Tobias Harris' definition of poverty. They're tanking, bro. But yeah, Pistons. Pistons, good lord. Pacers. Where are we putting them? Playoffs, yeah. I think they're a playoff team. For sure. They, honestly, in my opinion, they overachieved. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I didn't think that they'd make it to the third round. But they did. Shout out to them. Playoffs, yeah. Marcel, what's up? Houston is saying you and Smith really being shopped. Just asking, not telling. They are. I don't think Houston's really gonna move their young guys. I think they're using that as bait to see what the price is for players. I don't think they're getting traded. Playoffs, yeah, definitely playoffs. Pacers play in off team. Now they're definitely making the playoffs. Especially with how weak the East is, they could easily be the fourth best team, I believe. So yeah, that's a no-brainer. The next team we're gonna do is the Milwaukee Bucks. The team that's kind of disappointed in the last few seasons. Yeah, last 2 years, the Bucks have been. Did the Bucks lose in the first round the last 2 years in a row? Not a good look. Not a good look. Let's see. They played injured Knicks and Bucks. Yeah, I was hoping the Pacers would chip the Celtics so we could sweep them in the finals. I was hoping for it too. Playoffs for the Bucks. Yeah. I think they're obviously a playoff team. Yeah, for sure. Can they make the finals? Okay, hold on. Is healthy Bucks? Can they make the finals? I think that's the real question. Can they make the finals, or are they just gonna make the playoffs and just lose? Bucks final team because of Giannis. Playoff from the end. Playoffs, they will still be good in the regular season. Yeah, playoff. I put them right there. Yeah. However, the Bucks have a lot of issues that they need to address. They're not getting younger; they're getting older. You know what I mean? They're not that good. Yeah. I mean, okay, they are good, but they have issues, right? So let me go on a little rant real quick. I'm about to go on a rant about how the Bucks are poorly managed. You win a championship with Mike Budenholzer, who is a good coach. He is proven. The next year, you lose in the first round to the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler, who then makes it to the finals. The Heat do. You fire Mike Budenholzer because he lost in the first round. And let's not forget, his brother died in the first round. So he's probably not, mentally there. Okay. You then hire Adrian Griffin over Nick Nurse. Weird. Adrian Griffin's never been a head coach. And then Nick Nurse won a championship as a head coach. But okay. Adrian Griffin does a pretty decent job. You have the best defense in the league. You're a top 3 team in the East. You then fire him for Doc Rivers. You fire Adrian Griffin and hire Doc Rivers, thinking that's an upgrade. You lose in the first round. And then you hire Darvin Ham after he gets fired from the Lakers. What are y'all doing? I highly believe, I truly believe that the Bucks listen too much to Giannis. I think Giannis talks too much to the front office, and I feel like he does play a weird game where it's like, oh, if you don't do what I want, I'm going to leave, that sort of thing. Because why is his brother there? I will argue anybody till I am blue in the face that Thanasis is not a good basketball player. There is nothing that he does at a good enough level to warrant a roster spot. Doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. So, the Bucks, though, anyway, rant over. Bucks, they're a playoff team. They're a playoff team. The next team is the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks, where are we putting them? I kind of want to put them borderline poverty because they couldn't get Alexander Sarr. And they also still haven't traded away Trae Young. From what I heard, apparently there's no market for him. Bucks are kind of cooked, yeah. I used to F with Akumpo, but his trading everything hasn't looked good now. Lotto. Whoa, the NASA's goated. Y'all crazy. The NASA's trash. Who would you rather have, the NASA's or Bronny? Bronny? At least Bronny's young and has the DNA of LeBron James. I can shape that. You can't shape the NASA's. How old is the NASA's Antetokounmpo? And see, that's the thing. The NASA's won't get better. Bronny can get better. How old is old Thanasis? This man's 31 years old. Thanasis is 31 years old. He's not getting any better, bro. Thanasis sucks, bro. His best year in the NBA, he averaged 3 points a game. This dude is trash. But shout out to Giannis for getting his brothers paid, I guess. But anyway, back to the thing. Play-in team, lottery. Well, where do we put the Hawks? They have Alexander Sarr. They have Trae Young. They really haven't done anything else. I'm putting them lottery. Adrian Griffin is legit worse than Doc. LOL, I follow the Bucks. That's fine, but if Adrian Griffin is worse than Doc, then that's like saying that this pile of poop is worse than this pile of trash. Both trash. Nah, the NASA disrespect won't be tolerated. That's fine. The NASA disrespect won't. Y'all are crazy in the chat. The NASA might be the next MJ. The NASA's goated. Yeah, I'd say they're all right. So Hawks. Mavs Digest. Who cares about the 15th spot on the roster? Derrick Jones Jr. was our 15th spot. It can be good, but I don't know. I feel like it's just there's better players that you could go in. I don't know. And the fact that he actually gets minutes. Most 15th spot players don't get minutes. He gets minutes. It's weird. Yeah, but DeJounte. Anyway, back to the Hawks. We're done with the Bucks. Back to the Hawks. DeJounte Murray's gone. There's just Trae Young. They have what's the name from Houston? Good lord, Clint Capella. They got Alexander Sarr, but I still think that they're. I'll put them in playing. I think they're a playing team. I don't want to underestimate them. I think they're a playing team. I just fell to my knees in Target after the NASA's thing. Dude's trash, bro. He does nothing good. I kind of want to play like a highlight reel. NASA's. Let me stop hating. He's in the NBA and I'm at home, right? But yeah, they're a playing team. Hawks playing team. Anyway, on to the next one. Charlotte Hornets. Where are we putting the Hornets? Oh man, where are we putting the Hornets? Are they a playing team? I think the Hornets are playing team. Who do they draft? Who do the Hornets draft? Lottery, but they have a good future if they trade their future. Lottery for the Hornets. You're making me cry. Jalen Johnson promising. Stop hating. I'll never hate. All right, so the Hornets selected Tidjane Salon. I know I messed that name up. And KJ Simpson. Don't know those guys. Playing maybe poverty. Ooh, Hornets lottery. Hawks keep Dyson Daniels and JJ and trade everyone else. They all suck. Oh lord. Playing for the Hawks. I feel like they're a lottery team still. I'm sorry, Hornets. Trash like Miles Bridges. Ooh. Playing if LaMelo can stay healthy. Okay, so yeah, healthy Hornets I think is a play-in. I think a healthy Hornets is a play-in because Brandon Miller's a good player. Brandon Miller's really good. Marcel already turning into Tim Sr. with the NASA's hate. Yo, it's true though, bro. There's nothing special about that guy. He doesn't do anything good. He's 31 years old. Look, y'all bringing me back to the NASA's. I'm gonna say one thing and we're done with the NASA's. He's not getting better. He will not get better. He's 31 years old. He shouldn't be in the NBA. But anyway, we're done here. The Hornets playing team for sure. Fully healthy, yeah, they're a playing team. I'll give them that. The next is Miami Heat. The Miami Heat, fully healthy. They lost Caleb Martin, or was it the other Martin? I'm pretty sure it was Caleb Martin. Hornets healthy is playing, but like Maxey, that's asking a lot. Y'all crazy. All right, the Heat. They're a playoff team. It don't matter if they're the first seed or the 10th seed. They can make the playoffs. Fully healthy, yeah. It's weird because I did the Heat add anybody? Did the Heat get anybody? Like, what moves has the Heat made this offseason? The Heat don't make a lot of moves. What is Pat Riley doing over there? Put Miami on the 7th seed. They can still make the playoffs, right? Like, it doesn't matter where you put them. They can still make the playoffs. They're a playoff team, though, for sure. What y'all think? Sound off. Marcel, how many teams are making the playoffs and playing? 12? This tier list is just where do you, like, obviously, not everybody's going to make the finals and everybody's going to make the playoffs, but fully healthy, you know, these teams that have a chance. They lost Caleb Martin for nothing, yeah. Someone told me to check Discord real quick. Oh, Lord. Is it, did you message me? Hold on. I don't want to show it on screen. Hold on. What am I checking in Discord? Hold on. Stop hating on Thanasis. He's the next MJ and you can't tell me otherwise. You are delusional. We're done here. We're not talking about it. Anyway, the Heat are definitely a playoff team. It doesn't matter what seed they're going to make the playoffs and they can ruin your playoff run. That's for darn sure. All right. Next is the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Where y'all put the Magic? They actually made the playoffs. They lost in the first round. They've got a lot of young talent. That's only going to get better, right? I think Jalen Suggs, who was a top pick a few years ago, is going to be a good six-man for that team. Paolo Banchero and Franz are going to be the driving force. I feel like, hot take, I don't know if y'all feel me on this, I feel like they overpaid Franz. I think Franz was overpaid. I don't think he was worth all that money, but especially when you're going to have to pay Paolo Banchero as well. But they got a lot of good talent. Definitely a playoff team. I don't think that's an argument. And props to the Magic. I really didn't think they'd ever get good. Magic playoffs, yeah, definitely playoffs for sure. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. But let me see here. Next team we're gonna do is the Washington Wizards. Where are y'all putting the Wizards? Where are y'all putting the Wizards? A team that's just never been good. The NBA contracts are getting out of hand. Yeah, thought Orlando lost the second round. No, they lost in the first round. Did they? Pretty sure they lost in the first round. They lost to the Cavs. Yeah, they lost to the Cavs in the first round. Yeah. As a German, I actually agree, but they played his upside. They paid his upside. Yeah, it's just... What's under poverty? It's just poverty. Make it a Wizards category. For the Washington Wizards. Where did I put it? Is this fair? No, that's not it. Hold on. Poverty. Poverty ain't never been good. Trash. Trash. So bad. There is not a single bright spot in Washington. Players go there to get paid and leave. No one goes there to win. They go there to get paid and leave. Below poverty, North Korea. Good Lord. Crazy. Franz is getting paid more than Luka. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild. Wise Bros tile's always dramatic? Because we're dramatic over here, bro. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean, Zay? What you mean? We dramatic over here. So anyway, next team we're going to look at is the Denver Nuggets. We're out of the East into the West. Denver Nuggets, where you put them? Breaking news. Mavs traded Max Kleber, AJ Lawson, 28-20. Oh my good Lord. Cameron, get out of here. I hate it. Hate it here. Hate it here. All right. Denver Nuggets, where are we putting them? They lost in the second round. They lost KCP. They don't want to pay people. They're being cheap. Are they still a finals team? Are they still a finals team? Washington still has a pick to the Knicks. Poverty, good Lord. Because we're dramatic over here, duh. Are they still a finals team? Top of playoffs or maybe in finals? I don't know. Are the Nuggets still a finals team? Did they who did the Nuggets acquire this offseason? I can't remember. Like, did the Nuggets do anything to like improve? Let me see. Before the game against Minnesota, I would put Denver up there with the Celtics and Knicks, but now playoff team. Yeah, I'm putting Denver right here. You are a playoff team. Jokic is Jokic. I think it takes more than Jokic to be able to get to the finals, though. But, I mean, they can play better this year. I mean, we're just speculating. We're just guessing. They got Dario Saric. Okay. Did that move the needle? If they get Westbrook, second round exit. Wild. Playoffs, but not finals. Yeah. I don't think that they're a finals team. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. You know, anything can change. Anything can happen, right? Breaking news, Luka Doncic retires because of ref gate. Oh, Lord. All right, the next team is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Saric is good, but they still lack a good backup playmaker. All right, Timberwolves, we're putting the Wolves. Denver for the second round, but not to the finals. Now that KCP is salary gone. Yeah, I was hoping we picked him up. But I think he just wanted too much money. Wanted that bag. Timberwolves. I don't think they're a finals team. I don't think they did anything. They got rid of Kyle Anderson. What did they do? Like, did they add anybody? Y'all think they're finals contenders? What? I don't know, man. Who did they trade? What, 3 hours ago? Oh, snap. This is the news. Former Timberwolves guard Jordan McLaughlin signed with the Kings, so they lost somebody. But they got Joe Ingles. Wolves somewhere around finals and playoffs. Actually, I would put the Wolves in the finals. Really, Celtics have a problem with this team, especially if Hardy breaks out. The rookie PG. Hell no, refinals. Rob Dillingham, math teacher Joe Ingles too. So, all right. Are they a playoff team or y'all think they're a finals team? I don't think they're a finals team, but what do y'all think? Y'all may know more than me. Finals is a stretch? That's what I'm saying. They got some pretty good experience this year. They could potentially make the finals. So you're saying that there is a chance that they could beat us to go to the finals? Angel says, I'm out, Marcel. Much love. Have a good rest of your day. Hey, Drizzle, appreciate you, big dog. Take care. And we need to be MJ for the Wolves to make a finals run. I don't want to disrespect them, but I just don't think that they really did anything. Are they a finals team? What other team in the West would we put finals? OKC? I put OKC. I'm trying not to be too much of a Mavericks fan, right? Playoffs, they lost bench players and older players. New York City looks so scary. I'm loving the West getting stronger. Yes, sir. Aside from the Mavs, of course. I just assume Ant learns enough and improves a 22-year-old whose first major run was the postseason. Yeah. The Ant hype train in here is insane. Us and Wolves and finals. You know what? I'll put respect on it. I could be wrong, but I'll put respect on it. I'm trying not to be a hater. I'm trying not to be like a super fan right now. But they can do it. What do you mean, Marcel? We're definitely going to the finals. Of course. But if there's any team that could beat us to get there, I'll put the Timberwolves up there. And that's not even biased. We were there last year. We automatically get our spot, of course. Yeah, the Mavericks are up there, of course. You already know. But the Thunder, the next team is the Thunder. OKC Thunder, where we go? Mavs Digest, they could beat us. Not saying they will, but OKC, Mavs, Wolves are the top three. Yeah. I'm trying not to have my biases. I'm trying not to be a homer, right? I'm trying to be a fair basketball fan. But the Oklahoma City Thunder, where do you put them? I think it's obvious they're a finals team. I think that goes without saying. They're a finals team, like for real. Like they made the right moves. They re-signed the right players. They're young and getting better. They're gonna be a pretty tough team to beat. Timberwolves, they can make it to the finals if luck is on their side, but I think second round is the best conclusion since the West is quite stacked. But yeah, I think they're finals. Yeah, finals. They're stacked. Yeah, they got Isaiah Hartenstein to deal with Gafford and Lively, but we got Gafford and Lively, right? Everyone really forgot about the Nuggets. Now that we forgot about the Nuggets, just they kind of fell off. Other teams got better. They have not really improved. Other teams are improving, and they're just kind of in the middle. Yeah. Played off, but wasn't impressed with the coach of the year. Yeah. They have a valid point guard now. Yep. Wolves. All right. Yeah. After those moves, they should be favorites. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. Thunder up there is fair. Next up is... Thank you, Elizabeth Romero. Appreciate you. Next up is the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland Trail Blazers. Is there any moves the Mavs still going to take? Give me Paul Reed. Oh, yeah, they also got Caruso. Duh, yeah, that's crazy. I think Timberwolves next year would be in the finals, But Rob will be good, but he won't be at his best, and that's what they need, yeah. OKC straight to the finals, no question asked. Hardenstein, yeah. But Portland Trailblazers, what y'all think? They really haven't made too many moves this offseason. Surprised they're not going full rebuild mode and just selling the team. They're lottery, or yeah, I don't think they're poverty, but they're definitely lottery. I think they're a team you just don't really think about. Like, you're there. You know, you got Scoot Henderson, who definitely disappointed this last season. He may go down as a bust. Hopefully not, but I don't really see anything good happen for Portland. I don't see it. I don't. But they're a lottery team. I think that goes without saying. Play-in is definitely being optimistic, though. I didn't realize they finished last in the West last year. Yeah. Poverty, of course. Lottery poverty. Portland's lottery poverty. They're at least, it's like borderline. They got Denny, though. But I think they're just a lottery team. They're probably a few moves away from being a playing team. The next is the Utah Jazz, who did miss the playoffs last year. But they were in the play-in, though, right? I think they were in the play-in. What do you think about Mavs adding Jamarian Sharp in Summer League roster? Don't worry, I got a Summer League video coming up. I'm gonna save it for that video. But Jazz, we're putting the Jazz. Scoot will take another 2 years to really fully develop. Hey, I'm not saying Scoot's done, he's cooked, but for all the hype behind him, definitely didn't live up to it. But the Jazz, I think they're a play-in team. If they trade Markkanen and John Collins, they're definitely a lottery team. I think they're a play-in team. As a Mavs fan, the only team I'm scared of in the West is the Thunder because they keep getting better and better, and I almost won that last year. Jazz suck. Lottery for Utah, they're tanking, and I didn't see them make any moves. Lottery, hard to rank Jazz without knowing if they trade Larry. Yeah, it is. But with the roster now, they can make the play-in, but they should be a lottery team, right? That's tough. They're like borderline. Like, I put them borderline play-in lottery. I really love getting Bogdanovich and DeAndre Hunter from the Atlanta Hawks. I want Sadiq Bey. I want a healthy Sadiq Bey, god dang it. Lottery team, yeah. Yeah. I would put him in lottery. 7-5 centers crazy for Mavs. Lisbeth, I got a video on Buddy, bro. Don't worry about it. They are trading Laurie. Until it happens, we'll just put him in lottery for now. I think it's a safe bet. Next up is the Golden State Warriors. Now, they did lose Klay Thompson to the good old Dallas Mavericks, but they've been making moves. But are those moves from the Golden State Warriors enough to go back to the playoffs and go to the champions, to the finals? I might not be able to stay for the whole stream today. Are you doing a giveaway today, Marcel? Yes, LED. After this tier list, I am doing the giveaway. And I'll make a post about it for the channel members, so if you're selected, you'll know. Jazz is trying to get all the first-round picks. Yeah. Wasn't Bay hurt most season? Yeah. Sharp would be nice to train for Lively how to play against 7-5 Wemby. Poverty playoffs, Lotto. Wow, play-in. You're all over the place. No, all over the place. Play-in for the Warriors. They made the right moves. Play-in, though. They got to fight to get in there. Remember, the play-in is what? The 7th to the 10th seed? Yeah, 7th to 10th seed is play-in. So, yeah, they could be the 7th seed. The Splash Buddies. I love it. Yeah. Jamarian Sharp is 7-5, yeah. Don't worry, I got a video on him. Playing at best, Larry works, yeah. Yeah, they can float between these three. But we'll have to wait and see. The next team we're going to do is the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers lost Paul George. They got Derrick Jones Jr. They got Martin? No, not Martin. Who was it they got from Houston that went to jail and had a... Who was that? Who was the dude that they got? I forgot. Was it something Porter? Kevin Porter? Porter, I think. Let me see. But yeah, for the Clippers, can we put them in poverty just for the PG fumble? Playing? Oh, you don't think they're playing? Ooh, you don't think Kawhi and James Harden can get them in the playoffs? They were just a 5th seed. Playing? They might be a playing. Kevin Porter Jr., that's what it was. Yep, 7th seed, KPG. Yep. Clippers, playoff, 6th seed. Okay, I think playing. Jamarian Sharp went from 6'8" to 7'5" is crazy. That is wild. Kevin Porter, that's who it was. I'm sorry, y'all. My memory is crap. I think I'm losing my voice. I'm getting sick, y'all. Yeah, I think they were playing team. What was he? Porter, Batum, and DJJ. Man. I like getting Powell from the Clippers when. Oh, I like Norman Powell too. Clippers are a playing team, but they can drop to a lottery team. True. All right, the next is our favorite team to talk about, the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James dropping what? He had 4 points in his debut. Where he put the Lakers? It's weird because they can be a playing team. They should be a lottery team. They can be a playing team. Where are we putting the Lakers? Lakers. We're putting the Lakers. Sound off in the chat. For the Lakes. For the Lake Show. Playing. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they can be a playing team, but I feel like they should be a lottery team. They can be a playing team easily. Lakers definitely playing. Yeah. As long as you got LeBron and AD, you're not going to be that bad. As long as they're healthy, really. Overrated Bronny, yeah. When are you dropping vid on Summer League roster? It's on the way. Don't worry about it. It's on the way. Playing not better than top 4. Memphis will be back. Yeah, Memphis healthy will be a problem. But we'll see, though. But yeah, definitely a playing team. Next up is the Phoenix Suns. Where are we putting the Phoenix Suns? I know where I'm putting them. And I'll argue anybody on this. Poverty. The Suns are poverty. I don't care that they made the playoffs. They are poverty. The Suns are poverty. It's poverty. Why are they poverty? Well, they have no first-round picks till like 2030. Bradley Beal has a no-trade clause. You are paying Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal $150 million. That's poverty. You have no direction. You have no money, no picks, no aura. Poverty. It's all good, Lisbeth. You're good. But yeah, poverty. Definitely poverty. If there was a tier below, they'd go there. And it's because of all that talent, all that potential. You are horrible. You're a poverty team. But both can be true. Yeah, they could be a lottery and a poverty team at the same time. That's true, though. Do you think Luka will actually lose weight and build muscle? Because I seen him in the Olympics and he looked the same. So I'm not worried about Luka's body at all. Though, look, Luka does crazy stuff with his current body shape. It'd be ridiculous to ask him to change his body just to. I'm not worried about it. Poverty, yeah. Still the same. They will be swept in the playoffs, yeah. They can make the playoffs and still be a poverty team, so. Luka has been paying his child support to the Suns. To the Suns, I mean Suns with the poverty. Make a different level for them alone. Honestly, I should. Just the Suns level. Suns straight poverty, less that 0. Yep, -0. All right, the next team we're going to do is the Sacramento Kings. They kept Malik Monk. They traded literally nothing to get DeMar DeRozan. Where do we put the Sacramento Kings? The Kangs. They're a playoff team. They missed the playoffs due to injuries. Let's not get it twisted. They lost in a play-in. They're a playoff team, though. Luka aesthetics you see physically is a Luka you will always see. Yeah, you'll never hear me talk about Luka's body. A lot of people talk about Luka. He needs to lose weight. I'm like, it works, though. Dude's a walking triple-double. Jokic is big. You ain't see people yelling at Jokic to lose weight. Nah, Luka's fine. Playoff tomorrow, yeah, they could be playoffs. Yeah, they're definitely playoffs. Oh, Debo over there. Yeah, definitely making the playoffs. For sure. Of course. Of course it's this team. All right, the next team, need y'all to sound off. Nothing worried about Luka at all. The focus is on role players know what to do, yeah. Fox is fast player in the league, so I'm going to... Y'all crazy. Phoenix, all right. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm losing my train of thought. The next team is the Dallas Mavericks. Where are we placing the Mavs? I don't know. I'm being a little selfish. Dallas Mavericks, where are you putting them? Finals, of course. Yeah, finals. Put them in the Dallas tier. Put them in the Mavericks tier. People are more concerned about his body than the actual team improving. Yeah, I'm not worried about Luka's body at all. Travis, is anyone else Slovenia got eliminated early so Luka can get more rest? I'm not happy that his team failed. I'm happy that he can get rest. I'm not happy that his team failed. I'm not gonna be happy for any failure. So no, I'm not happy that they failed. I'm happy he's getting rest. Yeah, Dallas Mavericks champs, finals. That's where we're going. That's what we are. No conversation needs to be had. We're going there. Up next is the Houston Rockets. All right, so can we trade for Baby Kong? God tier, y'all funny. The Houston Rockets. Where are the... They missed the finals last year. We knocked them out. Couldn't even make the play-in. As long as Luka makes shots, I could care less about his bio. Looks like, yeah. The Rockets. The Rockets. Lottery team? Play-in team? Let's say a play-in team. Yeah. Finals? You crazy. Play-in team? Mavericks finals, but yeah, Rockets play-in team. I think they're a play-in team. They have a lot of good talent. Alfred Sengun is the truth. Hopefully he comes back healthy because he is a good player. And I personally am a fan of his. It took me a while. Did I say missed the finals? They missed the playoffs because they missed the play-in. Rockets and Kings should be solid next season. I think they're playing for now, though. I got to see more. And I'm going to sound like a salty Raptors fan, but I don't think Fred VanVleet does that team any justice, to be honest with you. But I think they're a playing team. Dark horse to make the playoffs? Yeah, you can say that too. Yeah, I say Rockets, definitely a playing team. All right, the next team we're going down to three more. We're doing the Memphis Grizzlies. Where do you put the Memphis Grizzlies? And this is a healthy Memphis Grizzlies. Where are we putting them? They did get Zach Edey to play alongside John Morant. Rockets trash, y'all crazy. The Grizzles, the old Grizzles. Where are the Grizzlies going? Where you putting them? Memphis, I say they're a playoff team. Maybe play in, but they're definitely a playoff team. Wild card, I think wild card's appropriate. Rockets playing playoffs for sure, yeah. Playoff easy, yeah. It's like on paper, yeah, y'all should. And I mean, who knows what's up with Steven Adams if he's gonna be healthy? But like, is Steven Adams still on the Grizzlies? Yeah, he is. Yeah, I'm tripping. Playoffs easy when healthy. Yeah, healthy and no off-court antics. Yeah. The road to Western Conference Championship goes up I-35. You darn right. Yeah, I think playoffs is good for the Grizzlies. That's fair. All right, next up is the Pelicans. Very interesting with the Pelicans. They did make the playoffs last year. They lost in this past season. They lost in the first round. I think Adams. So I don't know why I think Steven Adams is on the Rockets. What team is he on right now? What team is he on? He is on the Rockets. That's right. I'm tripping. He's on the Rockets, which is just so weird. He's not on the Grizzlies anymore. So anyway, that's why they got Zach Edey. But yeah. Anyway, Pelicans. I think they're a playoff team for sure. They got DeJounte Murray. Lord. So that's a thing. To play alongside Brandon Ingram if they keep him and Zion. Good Lord. Play in a lot of players gone from previous season. Yeah. They also kind of trimmed their fat. They're definitely a playoff team. Definitely play in? Nah, I think they're a playoff team. I mean, on paper, I think they're going to be a lot better. I mean, they've got Herb Jones still. So, they picked up DeJounte Murray plus Zion, playoff team. Yeah. It's going to be tough. All right. The last team before we go into our giveaway. The San Antonio Spurs, who just got Harrison Barnes, former NBA champion. Isn't it weird to think that Harrison Barnes won a chip with the Warriors? How long ago? Good Lord. Where the Spurs at? They a lottery team or playing team? Lottery team, playing team. Spurs. Where you put them? It's crazy to think the Spurs would make the play-in with CP3. We could say they're borderline. Lottery, the Spurs going to be 9th seed. The West is pretty stacked, though. I'll see you later, Marcel. Keep an eye on the Summer League roster. Much love. Keep up the work. Appreciate you. Mavericks got a shot better than last year. Yeah, lottery playing. Oh, man. 7'3". Look, shout out to Vroom. He's always putting this comment on nearly every video. 7'3", Kai Soto, Filipino sensation. Available Mavs need Thursday. Center, yeah. Let me see here. They got CP, yeah. Playing. I think they'll be a playing team. Wemby full year, surely playing, yeah. And I think if Wemby's not on a minutes restriction, remember, Wemby, hold on, let's take a look. Because I think what's wild about Victor Wembanyama is his stats compared to his minutes played. For his rookie year, dude was putting up 21 points, 3 blocks, 1.2 steal, 3 assists, and 10 rebounds a game. shooting 79% from the floor, 32% from three, 46% from the floor, averaging 29 minutes. And for most of the games, he was on a minutes restriction. Unleashed Wemby, playing about 30-plus minutes a game, good night. But I say they're a playing team. At best, playing team. Will Luka ever get MVP with Wemby coming up? The window's there. We got to hurry up. Wemby fully healthy. And plus, if y'all are watching what he's doing in France right now, I saw this man do a step back three. Between the legs, step back three. I'm like, who let you do this? It's crazy. So, my guys, have a good day. Oh, see you, Smito. Appreciate you. But that's it. I'm going to take a little screenshot of our little tier list for the upcoming season where we think teams are going to be, their potential. We got 3 poverty teams in the Bulls, Wizards, and Suns. Although the Suns could be a playoff team, still be a lottery team. I really appreciate your up-to-date Mavs info. Keep on doing this. Hope one day I'm going to meet you. Hey, Renee, I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate all the support from you guys. But that's it. I'm going to post it. I'll get all the ridicule for not knowing basketball. But yeah. So to round out this wonderful live stream, we're going to do our giveaway. Where 2 lucky Digest family members are going to win some Dallas merch. And what merch is it? I decided to give away some finals merch. Let me fix this real quick because it's all over the place. I've done jerseys, but I'm going to do finals merch, whether that's a hat, a shirt, a hoodie. We're going to get into it, but it's going to be some finals merch. So I got all the names here already. We're going to do 2 spins. It's crazy. Like, I don't know why I get nervous or is anticipation. I'm not even on this, but it's like, hey, let's see it. Spin it. Let's see it. Who gets selected? Oh! Illy D, it was almost you, but shout out to Jamrod. Jamrod, you won. You're probably not in this live stream, which is fine. I'm gonna make a post to just the channel members so y'all know you have won, and I'll show you how to reach out to me so we can talk about getting your merch. But we're gonna remove the name for the second spin because we got the 12K by Friday. So let's go again. You see a dog reflect on the TV? Yeah, my dog tied over to sleep. All right, the next winner is almost Philly Eagles, but it's Dark Gifts. We got our 2 winners. Shout out to you guys. I will be putting a comment, a little post. Let y'all know that y'all won. But you know what? I feel a little generous. We doing another one. I want to do a third one. Y'all always show me love and support, man. All the money that I make literally goes back into this. And when y'all donate, when y'all become channel members, I literally just give it right back. So, William Norman, you are also a winner. So you 3 guys won the giveaways. I will make a little a post for just the channel members to let y'all know with directions on how to reach out to me so I can get you your prizes. It will be Dallas merch. It will be finals merch. But shout out to the 3 guys. But yeah, it's crazy. The offseason ain't over yet. There's more to cover, more to go over. I'm going to be making a video dropping tomorrow about our Summer League team as Summer League started yesterday. Go over a few players who I think the Mavericks should definitely think about keeping. I'm not going to do too many Summer League videos. Like, I'm not going to recover the Summer League for every game that we play. But, I'm definitely going to give you guys an update on Omax. I'm watching for Omax, so I'll probably do a video on Omax. That 7'5" center. We have a 7'5" center on our Summer League. I'm definitely going to be doing a video on him because I think that's a player who we could possibly actually put in our rotation. But it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for showing love and support in this channel. It really means the world to me. We're on our road to 15K. At the time of this live stream, I'm currently sitting at, we are sitting at 12,249 subs, which is crazy. I started this channel 5 months ago. You guys have been showing me nothing but love and support, and I appreciate it. I want to hit 15K before the start of the season, or at least before the end of the year. I think we can hit it. Really quick, though, before everybody starts funneling out, let me see how many people we got here. Okay, yeah, people are starting to leave. But really quick, I am going on vacation for about a week from July 18th to the 25th. The videos will be a little bit slow, but I have a laptop and I'm bringing my webcam and mic, so I'll still be able to put out videos, and I'll try to make them good quality. They may be a little janky and ghetto, but for that week, content might be a little bit slow, but if there's anything pressing and crazy, I will be posting it. But I feel like I've worked my butt off so far this year. I definitely need a little vacation, so I'll be gone for about a week. The content will still be flowing, just maybe not every day. I'll give my editor a break. Yeah. I know you've been putting them comments. I've been seeing them. You think he's slick. Waking me up at 2 a.m. to make a video. Yeah, y'all think it's me going crazy with the videos? No, it's my editor who is bugging me almost every minute to make a video. All right? And then he wants to clown me in the comments. I see him. But anyway, man, y'all take care. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Oh, why is this up? Anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for the next few videos that I'm gonna be posting out. We got a really cool, oh snap, before we go, I'll make a post, but really quick, we are doing something special this upcoming season with our tiers, our channel member tiers. So obviously with the first tier is like $2.99, you're entered into every giveaway, you get cool little, your name's highlighted, all that cool stuff. We're going to be we're trying to revamp the other two tiers so it's more incentivized. We are doing a NBA fantasy league for the upcoming season. The only way to enter our fantasy is to be part of that second tier, where the winner will literally be getting, like, I think the second tier is like $10. And so let's say we get 10 people, right? It's $100, right? The winner will get $100, right? So pretty much however many people join, that is creating a pot of money that will then go to the winner. Second and third place will probably get like a a gift card, whatever. But yeah, so I'll make a post about it that we're doing a fantasy league for the second or higher tiers, and then I'll think of something cool for the third tier. We're working on it, but fantasy league for the second tier and above, I'll put out more information probably after this video. I meant to bring it up earlier, but I totally forgot. But yes, I'm out of here. I gotta walk this dog. I gotta make dinner. I gotta be an adult. But y'all take care. Drink water.